this has become a completely unique rivalry that we don't see in basketball. As I saw you put this on the rundown, I've been trying to think. To my knowledge, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't think in basketball we have had a guy transfer from Carolina to Clemson or vice versa. Clemson to Carolina. Does anybody off the top of their head remember anything? I know the transfer portal has opened the door to new things, but I don't think we've had that, right?
I can't think of one.
There's none off the top of my head. And maybe somebody back there can say, "Oh, this guy actually did it." But I don't. Even if said player took a different route, went to junior college or went to a lower level and then came back, whatever. I don't think we've had that in basketball. Football, it's becoming a little more prevalent. We've seen. I had his name literally 2 minutes ago. The defensive lineman, Josh Belk, who never played a snap for South Carolina. I don't think he played a snap for Clemson either, to be honest. That actually, in and of itself, when you say that out loud, Preston, that he managed to be on both rosters and never play a snap for either one. That's actually, I don't think he played a snap for Clemson. Again, somebody can correct me on that.
That 30 for 30.
That's actually, now that I say that out loud to myself, because I know he didn't play a snap for South. I don't think he played a snap for South Carolina now that I say it. But anyway, point being is we've seen Tavian Feaster do it, so you've at least seen it. Baseball, however, with Monty Lee leaving Clemson a few years ago to come to South Carolina, you saw this kind of transpire a little bit more with Clemson players because of the connection with Monty Lee coming to play for South Carolina. And so it's not as huge a deal, I think, when you see guys like Nathan Hall coming down and having played on both sides of the rivalry.
Yes, this is obviously something that's very much a new phenomenon, something that is very intriguing to me as a resident old. I am curious how the players approach these types of situations because it is a new phenomenon.
Now this goes to show you what you have said as a player, as a person in the rivalry that has participated in it. The fans think I would never do that. I went to that school. I would never turn my back on that school, go to that other school. As you said, players are kind of like, look, I'm here to do my job. Maybe do some academic learning as well.
Yeah, there's definitely that to an extent. I think where I would always say is that obviously I had friends that played on the other team, so we would be friends all year except for that time that we were playing. And to many people's surprise, a lot of times directly after we finished playing, we would hang out with each other. So that was a thing. But be clear, I was never going to put orange on. So I mean that was a line that was in the sand. Like, that's cool. I'm glad you made that decision for your life, and we can still be friends. But I'm not doing that. And so I do think this is an interesting thing that has developed.